Alright everybody, so here I'm going to show you how to find prime and composite numbers. Remembering that a prime number has only two factors, one in itself, so you can only make one array. Composite numbers have more than two factors. You can make more than one array with those. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to make the arrays as well. So here we have a question. It says, is the number 20 prime or composite, and how do you know? Show the arrays. So the first thing I would do is I would first of all make our t-chart, which is what we talked about in class already. So we put 20 at the top. Then from there, what we're going to do is we are going to find the factors of 20. So I always like to start at 1. So we know that 1 times 20 is 20. We know that 2 times 10 is 20. If I skip count by 3s, I won't land on 10. But we know that 4 times 5 is 20. If I skip count by 6, 7, or 8, or 9, we know that we will not we would not land on 10 or 20 either. But we know if we skip count by 10s, we will, and we already have 10 times 2, which is the same as 2 times 10 as well. So now that I have the factors of 20, I can already see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factors of 20, which automatically tells me that I know it's going to be composite because it has more than just two factors, one in itself. But you may be asked on an assessment or a homework assignment to show the arrays to model this. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with showing the array for 1 times 20. So what that means is your array is 1 by 20. So if we color in 20 boxes here, this shows 1 by 20, which is basically the area model as well, because length times width is area. So 1 times 20 gives us an area of 20. So there's one of my arrays, the 1 by 20 array. Next, we are going to show the 2 by 10 array. So I know it's 2 high by 10 long. Just make sure. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. So let's just double check that again. I had a little glitch there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Wow. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20. So I'm getting a little bit of a glitch here, so just bear with me. We're going to redo that one. There we go. There we go. So there we have 2 high by 10 long, which gives us 20. The same as 2 times 10 is 20. So you can see how these will help you with multiplication facts as well. Let's hope that this time we don't glitch too much. And we're going to do the 4 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 4 long. 1 or 4 high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So there we have 1, 2, 3, 4 high by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 long. So we know that gives us 20, and 4 times 5 is 20. So again, as you can see, composite numbers have more than two factors, and you can make multiple arrays out of them. So all of these are the arrays that you can make to prove to me that 20 is a composite number. So this again will answer the how do you know section. All right, in this example, the question says, is the number 5 prime or composite? How do you know? Show the arrays. So again, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to list the factors of 5. So this is right from our factor guide foldable. So I know that 1 times 5 is 5. I also know that the divisibility rule for 5 is if a number ends in 5 or 0, it's divisible by 5. So if we look at that, we know 2, 3, 4, and none of those end in 5. So obviously then I cannot multiply anything to get 5 until I get back to 5 again. So I immediately know that the number 5 is going to be a prime number because it only has 2 factors, 1 and itself. So to model that using an array, we know we need to make a 1 by 5 array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as you can see there, that is 1 high by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5 long, which gives us an area. 1 times 5 is 5. There are no other arrays that I can make to model a 1 by 5. Now don't be confused and thinking that I can do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that makes it a different array. It is still the same array, it is only vertical, but it is still a 1 by 5 array. And the trick to remember is we only have one prime minister, so we always use that little thing to help us remember that prime numbers only has 1 in itself as a factor.